Hi guys! So today I'm doing a video on my collection of concealers. I did my perfume collection video and people seemed to like that. And I was going to do like a full-on makeup collection, but that's going to take so long and I don't know if I'm prepared for that. And my videos are so long as it is that I feel like a makeup collection video would be endless and who's going to sit there and watch it? So I figured, at least for now, I'm going to start with the concealer collection and see how that goes, if you guys like it. And then I can do some other collections, or if you guys want to see the whole makeup collection, then I can do that too. Just know that it is going to be really long. So I split this up into concealers that I'd use under my eyes and then concealers for my face, and there are some that I would consider using it for both, but mostly they're separated. At first I was like, oh, I don't really have a lot of concealer, but now that they're all in front of me, there's a good amount, so I'll get right in. I will definitely tell you the ones that I find to be worth the money, because I have drugstore and high-end, and then the ones that I would just tell you to steer clear of. So here we go. This right here, you can't get anymore, so I'll just really quickly talk about it. It's the CoverGirl and Olay Simply Ageless, and it's in the corrector shade. It's just a pale yellow cream, and it is so smooth. What I do is I use it first, and then I put my concealer on top. It is ridiculously brightening, so if you don't like bright under eyes, then stay away from really pale yellow creams like this. What you can do if you are around my skin tone, which is if during the summer when I'm really tan, I am NC 42. Right now, I'm gonna guess I'm around NC 35, but I'm not positive, so yeah, but somewhere around there. So if you're paler, then I would say use the pale yellow cream corrector. If you're my skin tone, then the Maybelline Color Tattoo Fierce and Tangy you can use as a corrector, and it is just an orange color, like it's straight up orange, and I don't use it a lot. I only use it like once in a while, but you put it right under your, like you put it on first and then you put your concealer on top, and it gives you the most flawless finish. You know, when you're paler you can go with yellows or like peach colors like bisques. But when you're a little bit more tan, you need something even more peach, so the orange really works. So I would recommend this, and at only like $7 a pop, like it's worth it. This right here, I don't know if you'd consider it a concealer or corrector, but it's the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller, and I used to use this every single day. I haven't used this in so long. It does an okay job, it brightens. I usually would top it with a concealer, but it has alcohol in it, and that's not great for under your eyes. I didn't notice a huge difference, but you know, when you know that there's something that's drying in an area that's already kind of dry, it makes you kind of think twice about using it. So, you know, use it, but with caution. Next I have the Sarah McNamara, oh my god, Sarah McNamara Miracle Skin Transformer Treat and Conceal. Mine's in the color medium. This is not medium. This is a light shade. It is matte, and so it wears well for being a matte concealer. And on your face, it would work as a matte concealer on blemishes, but because it's so light, I have to use it under my eyes. But when the rest of my face starts getting oily, this stays matte, which looks kind of weird. So, you know, if you can get your skin color, your skin tone in the concealer, then it is good for the face, but under your eyes, it is oddly matte. So it's kind of a buyer beware situation. And then on to my two favorites, or really it's one, just different colors, for under eye. This is, for me, Holy Grail for under eye. It's what I have on right now, and it is amazing. It's the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I originally got it in NC 42, which I was super duper tan, and this is what they used on me, and it looked good. It was all one color, but now I really like, you know, a brighter under eye. so I don't really use this, but you know, I can use it on my face when I'm a little bit more tan. Now I use NW25. It's what I have on right now. It is brighter and lighter, but I like it that way. I don't think it's too stark of a difference between my under eye and my skin color, but it's bright enough that it makes you know, an impact. It dries down really nicely. It doesn't stay too matte. It's more of like a satiny kind of finish, but it wears well throughout the day, and it is full on coverage. Now this one, the pump, it would pump out like enough for my face. This one pumps out like nothing at all. I don't know if mine is jammed or what, but it is like barely anything comes out. I think I prefer that nothing comes out because I'm not wasting it, but for under your eyes, you cannot beat the MAC Pro Longwear. So, and then a few honorable mentions. I've used the Maybelline Fit Me and loved it, and the L'Oreal True Mattes in the liquid kind. Those are really good, but they're no longer in my collection because I use them up. And then last but not least, for under eye, I added this because you could use it as a concealer, and it's the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost. And it's just like a highlight pen. Mine's in Light Boost because it's yellow, and I like that for under my eyes, and I would definitely repurchase it. Except that I haven't been using it a lot lately, and I don't really know why, but I do recommend it. I like it. So that's my collection of concealers, of like just under eye concealers. And then as far as face concealers, I have a good amount more. I started out with ones that I don't really love, and they're the L'Oreal True Match Crayon Correctors. And I have it in W4-5 and W6-7-8. And they're just pencil concealers. They're really mediocre to me. They don't make a big difference. Like, they smudge on my face. They don't last all day. I don't think that they're that great. Now, if you found like a much darker one, you could probably use this as a contour. But like this I can use under my eyes, and then this I can use on my face, or I could just mix them, but I would not repurchase these. So they kind of just sit in my collection and, you know, gather dust. Another one that I'm pretty like over is the Benefit Boing, and it says industrial strength concealer, but it's definitely not industrial strength. It does not last all day. It's good. It's better than the L'Oreal True Match, but it's not great. Mine's in the color 4. I made a gigantic dent in it, and so I do hope to finish it. I could, I guess, because it is kind of like a peachy orange color, I could use it as a corrector under my eyes, but it's not great. At first when I got it, I was like, oh, this is so good, and then I tried better ones. This is the MAC Studio Finish in NC35, and this one I am almost hitting pan on. I used to use this under the eye, but it creases so much that it's kind of annoying. And then on my face, it's a little too like creamy or sticky, so it doesn't set all that well, I find. But it's still better than the L'Oreal True Match, so I would pick this over those. And that's why I think that I'm NC35, because this matches me pretty well. Next, for two that I used to like, but I don't think are that good anymore, the Hard Candy Glamouflage. It's what I have on now, and like I can still see like blemishes, so I wouldn't buy it again. It's okay. It's just good. It's not great. And if I'm gonna buy concealer, even if it's cheap, like yeah, it is cheap, but I'd still rather have something that's great than cheap. This is the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. It is similar to the Glamouflage, but it's better than the Glamouflage. I find it a little bit more pigmented and a little bit thicker. This one gets really liquidy after a while. Like, you have to like massage it. This one, it just stays, it doesn't separate. This one separates, which drives me crazy. So it's, out of all of them I've said so far, this is, I guess I'm doing it like in order of how much I like it, but out of all of them so far, this is the one that I like. And then this one, again, like I'm not sure if it's a concealer, but I decided to throw it in here anyway. It's the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness, and it is a very weird, stinky product. It smells like vinegar, and you can use it as foundation all over your face, or you could use it on places where you have redness, obviously, to color correct. So I think it is very, very good, and I wish that the color was a little bit deeper. That way I could just use it as foundation everywhere, because I have done it before, but it is a good amount like lighter than me, so I have to like correct it with the powder. But this is very, very good, and if you're light enough, I would recommend this as not just a concealer, but as a foundation. So get your hands on it, try it out. I know a lot of Ultas have it now. And then my top 3, I'm not sure which, well, I think I know which one is my favorite, but the other 2 are like tied. But top 3 face concealers. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage in SC5. You get 2 different colors, and that way you always have a perfect color match. And it's a much drier texture than anything else I've ever tried and anything else I own. But I like that because my skin is very oily, so when I'm using concealers on blemishes or scars, I need something that's going to dry down so that I don't have like this lag between when I do my concealer and my foundation. So I really, really love this and recommend it. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but when you consider like, you know, how versatile it is and that you get the 2 colors and it's going to last you a long time, then it's, to me, worth the money. The next is amazing, amazing. It's the Becca Dual Coverage Concealer, and mine's in the color Toffee. It's the same exact color, but one is medium coverage and one is extra coverage. So medium if it's just like a little bit of redness that you're covering up or a light scar, and then extra I would use like on a full-on blemish or like a really dark scar that I have. It is so good and so worth it. It is full coverage and I love it. I would totally buy it again and again and again. And then last but definitely not least, this is probably my favorite. The Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer, which it's so funny because when I first got it, I was so disappointed because I wanted it as a foundation. But it doesn't work on me as a foundation. It's too satiny and it doesn't wear well. Honestly, it's too full coverage because it looks like I'm wearing a mask by the end of the day. But as a concealer, it is perfect. I can't even come up with words. I have it in SX08, very yellow, and it's so good. You just need one dab and you can cover anything. It dries down really quickly. You just put it on and then you put your foundation right on top. Which is how I do my face concealer, because I do have like scarring, and for me it's easier to do it that way and then just do a light layer of foundation on top. It is pricey, however, it is so full on coverage, and it looks teensy tiny, but there's so much packed in there, and it's more than most of these concealers. So for me it's definitely worth the money, and it's the one out of everything that I have. If I could only buy one thing, this is the one that I would get. So this, I guess that was my grand finale. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the concealers that I have. Let me know if you have any questions on any of them, or if you want me to do like a get ready with me or review of anything specific. And have a fantastic day. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment below. Bye.